All right, welcome back everybody to D&D Blender. I am your humble DM Tim, and today we have a full crew. We have Georgia as Nissa.
Hello.
We have Leash as Roosh.
Hello?
There we go. We
Hello, hello?
we have yes, we're hearing you. Hello.
You
Uh,
sure?
yes, we're sure, we're sure. We have
Okay.
James as Mendel,
Hi.
and we have India as Mick the Mech.
Huh? Boys?
What?
I'm being Mick.
Oh, like you're not using your voice. You're using your voice.
I have to get the.
You gotta get deep in there. Yes, exactly. All right. When we last left our heroes, the group had managed to incite a rampaging horde of orcs to charge down a deep hole in the Forge of Fury's foundry level and battle it out with the dragon that lived in the lake below the forge. Doing battle with this dragon, you valiantly sacrificed many of the orcs, or they sacrificed themselves, and you managed to come out victorious, claiming several items from the dragon's hoard. Which a few swords, a strange medallion,
Do you want the full list?
a sorry.
Do you want the full list?
I've got the list here. Give me a second. I'm just looking.
Me
for it.
too.
And don't forget the dragon teeth I gave everyone.
Oh, and the dragon teeth necklace. Yes, which we. What do we got here? Okay, so yes, a lot of gold, a wand, a great axe, a shield, a potion, two potions, as well as a lot of gold and a strange medallion in the dragon's hoard. The group, after their victory, celebrated and made their way back up the ladder into the forge, and that is where we left off in the last session. The day is yours. What would you like to do?
Um, Nim,
Yeah.
have you been through any of the rooms down the back of this area before?
Oh, been through a few of them, yeah.
What's in them?
Gubbins. Lots of gubbins. Cupboards. Other bit, chairs. Very angry blanket.
A very angry blanket?
Yeah, very angry blanket. Yeah. It.
Would you take us on a tour?
Oh, you want a tour? All right, sure. Well, let's go. All right. So, he begins to take you down the corridor, and he goes, well, you already know the bedroom, of course. That was my room. And
Sorry about that.
well, that's all right. You woke me up for a fight. It's all good. Yeah, but yeah, through there, there's a leads to the main big room with the big chair. There's also a big grey box in the room before that. So, but we haven't looked in there. Looked a bit heavy. Couldn't get through. But anyway, so
Why don't we have a look then? We might as well do this properly.
well, you want to have a look, do you?
Yeah.
Well, all right. So he takes you. I didn't even know that this was here. It was kind of weird. This was a cupboard. There's a tunnel in the cupboard, so it's very strange. Very strange.
It's the secret escape route down the hole.
Mm-hmm. Mick comes in up the rear. So he takes you into up to this door right here, and he pushes on the door to reveal this room. Let me.
This is what I'm here for.
One moment. Got the script here. A large table made of a single stone slab dominates the room center. And old tapestries cling to the walls. A stone door in the far wall is carved with a dwarf's visage that you've seen elsewhere. You would recognize So the visage is actually here, up against this door here. And you would recognize this as the visage of Durgadin, the master of the forge. And Nim steps in and goes, "So, as you see here, we've got a large stone thing. No chairs, obviously, but yeah, not really what we need. But and then if you come all the way over here, you open this door here, and this leads you back into the main room where we've been camping."
I see.
Uh,
It's a very pretty table.
well, if you like that sort of thing, yeah, sure.
I will have to come back and look at it later.
Very good, very good. Where would you like to go next? We can go up, we can go down. We've got other down areas.
Well, we've been in and seen the other boss at the forge.
Yeah. But stay away from him. He's probably gonna be very angry about all of the boys running off. You know, he told us to stay on our side, so we've been staying on our side.
Well, you did stay on your side.
Well, yeah, but all the boys ran through. I think some of the boys that jumped off were actually his, so he might not be too happy about that.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to go talk to him later anyway and show him how to make his weapons better. So maybe that will smooth things over.
Oh, okay, rightio. Yeah. So if you go over this far side here, this is where the kitchens are, but you got to be careful because, like the angry blanket, there's an angry table in here.
Ah.
I think I'd like to meet this angry table.
Oh, you are? Yeah, well, it's kind of fun. But, you know, when you're trying to eat and there's an angry table trying to kick you in the shins, makes eating a bit difficult, you know. So
How many angry things are there down here?
Oh, there's a lot of angry things. You know, like I said, there's the angry, the big angry dragon, but we killed the dragon, and the angry blanket, and the angry table, of course. So.
Well, surely an angry blanket and an angry table would be easier to take care of than an angry dragon.
Well, it's true. They're easy to take care of. It's just annoying. So we just tend to, you know, not worry about them. You know, and you know, if someone stumbles in that we don't like, they, you know, the angry table can kick them to death.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So just kitchens, you say. I'm looking for something specific, so I kind of want to look at everything.
All right. Well, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for a dwarven hammer.
A hammer, you say? Well, there's smaller hammers in the building area.
This one's for smashing stuff.
Oh, a war hammer.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I ain't seen nothing like that around here. We were hoping to find those sort of things here because we heard this place is for building all the weapons. When we got here, most of the weapons is missing, so we've been building our own weapons.
Oh, I see. But I heard that too.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, and
let's just have a look because, like, we found the door in your cupboard. Maybe we can find another one.
Oh, maybe, sure, yeah. What's everyone's passive perception, by the way?
15.
15.
A number. Passive perception is 12.
12. Cool. Mendo.
I'm just finding that.
It's there. Yeah, 13. Oh, no, yeah, 13 for you.
14.
14. Alright, cool. Just wanted to make a note of that.
12, 13, 14, 15.
13, 14, 15. Cool.
I don't know if passive investigation helps at all, but...
No, this is just for... I should actually remove this bit of the fog of war. So you see the stairs that lead up to the door, which leads to the kitchen where he's indicating. Oh, yeah, so like I said, Kitchen, still plenty of food in there. It's not very good, but yeah. Mostly rats and bugs. But they're pretty delicious though. So.
I mean, if you cook them right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's have a look. And
Oh.
I wouldn't mind. I've never seen an angry table before, so I'm curious.
All right. It's just be careful. Just be careful. So
Yeah.
he leads the way. Everyone tumbles in. They go, oh, I see you're very eager to get in here. The stairs leading south from the pillared hall end at a wooden door. Beyond is a corridor that opens up into a large room lined with hearths. This room must once have served as a kitchen. Pots, pans, and cauldrons and kettles lie scattered on the floor and strewn across several tables. The archway to the west leads into a pantry filled with rotten foodstuffs. Suddenly, you hear a scraping sound, and a big wooden table shudders and begins to move, heading right towards you. So
I think that's the angry table.
here comes the angry table. Ah, angry table. So,
Yeah, I think you're right. That does look like a strange table.
initiative, everybody, if you please.
Why
Oh.
is the table angry?
It's an infinitely angry table. And wouldn't you be angry if you were a table people constantly eating off you?
Well, I didn't.
Oh, I just realised I haven't got the music playing here.
That's right. You do not.
Yes. There we go. All right. Oh, what did you get, Nick? Sorry, it was 17. You said
No, 15.
15. Thank you. All
Yeah.
right. So that means it's Nissa, the table, Mendel, Mick, and then Bruce. Oh, and I'll roll for
In the nob.
Nim. Yeah. Oh, he's not doing too well. He's going just before Nim. Alright. Cool. Oh, what have I done there? Just deleted Nissa. Alright, Nissa, you see this table charging towards your group. What would you like to do?
I suppose I will attack it.
Okay, make an attack.
How close is it?
If you're standing there, it's 5, 10, 15, 20 feet away.
Well, I'll attack with my bow.
Okay.
Son of a 20 and then rolled across to 4.
Oh, that is a miss.
I don't like this dice anymore.
Ah. They'll do that to you.
Going to use my movement of 35 feet for the first move and move.
Cool.
So I can see the whole.
No worries. Alright. Angry Table is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to barrel right towards Nim and will attempt to strike him. And it fails to do so. The table literally just barrels across and just rams into him. And you see Nim go, oh! I told you! Angry Table! Bendel, you're up.
I think we'll just go with a standard pistol shot.
Very good.
Ah! I can't see that.
Oh, it's a 4. It rolled into the darkness.
Okay. So 4 plus where is it? 10 to hit?
Not quite. The bullet hits, but it ricochets off the wood. Being a magic table, it is quite resilient. Mick, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna yell, "Wah!" And I'm gonna leap towards it with my axes up in the air ready to strike.
All right, so Mick comes swinging in with an axe. You should make an attack.
Yes, I can.
Make an attack.
116.
16 will hit. Yes.
And roll again for that.
We'll roll your damage first. She's using the D&D Beyond app for her dice rolling.
Okay.
I roll. That's a 9.
9 damage. Right, yo. Mick leaps up with his axe drawn, and brings it down, dealing a massive crack into the polished wood of this angry table. You have the second attack if you wish to make it.
I do, but I only got a 11 for that.
Unfortunately, the second attack does not hit with an 11. So one mighty blow from Mick the Mech. It is now Nim's turn. Nim will follow suit with his Wah buddy. And he manages to hit as well, doing a mighty 5 damage to the table. Alright. Roosh, you're up.
Can the table please make a dexterity saving throw?
The table would love to make a dexterity saving throw. It fails to make a dexterity saving throw.
Very well.
That was a 7. So,
Yeah. Have 8 radiant fire, radiant damage
Radiant damage. Lovely.
from Sacred Flame. And I'm gonna move. Who's currently in front of it? Who's green?
Oh, that's Mick.
Right. Can I climb on the tables?
Yeah, of course you can.
Alright, what was that? Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you got the stool and you got the table, so it'd be just like walking upstairs. Oh, lovely.
Well, you're surrounded! Surrender! End my turn.
Okay.
I don't think
Nissa.
tables understand, but this
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Yes, yes. Nissa, you are up.
I will attack again.
Far away.
Eight.
18 will hit. Roll for damage. Oh, nice.
10 damage for the first shot.
How much?
10.
10. Awesome. Thank you.
And that's a 9, so that wouldn't hit.
No, 9 does not hit. It is the table's turn. The table being surrounded will... I'm going to roll a d3 to see who it decides to attack. Coming with the dice. Hold on. Really back. Okay. So 1, 2, it'll be Roosh. 3, 4, it'll be Mick, and 5, 6, it'll be Nim. Oh, it's attacking Roosh, which is going to automatically fail because you are so tanky. Yep. The table attempts to ram into you and fails to do any damage to you.
I just keep ducking under it.
Yeah. It tries to ram you and it just steps over the top of you, exactly. Although these are dwarven tables, so... Mandel, you're up. Mandel?
Sorry.
Okay.
We'll shoot again.
Very good.
And we'll roll not into the black this time.
Yes.
Oh, that was so close. So 8 plus 4 is 12.
12, not enough, unfortunately. Once again, the bullet ricochets off the hard oak. Mick, you are up, and you get advantage on your attacks because you are flanking with Roosh. So you get to roll twice, pick the highest number.
For both attacks? That was 14.
14 will not hit for the first one.
Right. Terrible.
Okay. Well, you get advantage, so you get to roll again for the second one.
Oh, that's would be good. It's 20.
Cool, 20 will hit, roll your damage.
Six.
6 damage. Not a great deal, but still whittling it down, literally, because it's made of wood. Nim will continue his onslaught. Ooh! Look at that! Rolling a beautiful natural 20. Alright, so he does 8 plus 5, 6. Alright. A incredibly critical blow, and with his final blow, he cleaves the table in twain, and the table disappears, splintered into wood, its legs flinging about, attempting to locomote itself before it finally succumbs to its wooden injury.
It's like, ha ha ha, I like that table.
No more angry table.
So, well, no, yeah, exactly. No more angry table.
Looks like we're getting rid of all the angry things down here for you, Nim.
Oh, well, you know, we kind of like some angry things, you know. I want to get rid of
You
them.
are an angry thing.
Well, exactly, you know. So, like I was saying, we have the angry table, and then over here, we've got kitchens where we get our rats. And you look in there and you see there's just a bunch of bugs and rats all over rotten food.
Just normal sized rats.
Normal sized rats, yeah. No giant rats.
Huh. And you've dug through all of this area, Nim? You've turned over all the boxes and you've made sure they've not got a secret stash of warhammers?
Well, no. It was the kitchens where the rats are. Well, we look for a hammer where the rats are.
Why not? Because you wouldn't look there. That's a perfect place to hide a hammer.
You see, he just gives you this weird look, and he scratches his head and goes, and he just seems lost.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Have you ever had something so valuable you didn't want anyone else to find it?
No.
Your favorite axe, for example. You never had a favorite axe that you just didn't want anyone else to touch?
Well, yeah, I'll keep that in my hand. If someone tries to touch it, I hit them with it.
Yeah, but what about when you're asleep?
I keep it in my hand while I'm asleep.
Have you ever, like, put it under your pillow or anything like that?
No, because you put it on your pillow and then you end up cutting your head.
I said under your pillow, not on it.
Well, yeah, but it's a very, very strong axe, and he.
My point is that something like that you want to put out of sight, typically, especially if, it's tiny and can be easily pinched.
Again,
So you tend to put it behind things like great big boxes, inside of boxes as well.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. I suppose.
Especially if you have to come back to it later and you need to just leave it there until you can get back, with the rest of your crew to pick it up later.
All
And
right.
you gotta think like a dwarf, really.
And he just goes, ah. I've got to think like a dwarf. That's silly.
Well, they're the ones who made the place. They're the ones who built it, who built the hammer, who hid the hammer, maybe.
Yeah, and they is all dead because the orcs killed him. So orcs is the best.
Which means no one's gonna tell you where they hid it.
Yeah, well.
We have to dig through everything now to find it.
Well, okay. And you see, he's just like, and you see a little rat scurry over to him, and he stamps on it and picks it up, and he goes, and he just starts walking away, and you hear a big crunch, and he starts to leave.
Well, we'll dig through this later, I guess.
I'm gonna have a quick
look. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a quick look through here just to do a once over real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, disappeared.
Oh, it's sitting in the air. It's a 17. I can see it. There
Cool.
You
Do you want investigation or do you want perception?
Yeah, if you're investigating, sure. If you're digging through, if you're just looking at it without digging.
When 24.
24. All right. So what were you doing? Were you digging or were you just looking?
Basically looking at boxes. Anything that's stacked too high, I'm just going to quickly shift to the side, just sort of look behind it.
Sure, absolutely. So you have a bit of a shift through it. You move some bits and pieces, and just you see a massive pile of cockroaches just scatter as soon as the box is disturbed. But it doesn't appear to be any secret boxes or secret doors.
But is there any good food?
No. The food has been long.
Oh, this is pointless.
Unfortunately.
Yes, Twiggy.
All right. So Nim makes his way back to the main room, muttering to himself, chewing on a rat. What the rest of you like to do?
I'm going to keep following the group.
That corridor is just a plain corridor there, isn't it?
Start again, sorry?
The corridor there's just plain walls.
Yes.
Nis is just going to keep following Roosh wherever she goes.
Okay.
Alright, well, let's see this side. Or the other side, then.
Okay.
Why don't you walk and try and fix my slugger?
So what do you want to do, sorry, Mick?
Slugger.
Oh, you want to... Okay, so while... Mick wants to try and fix his weapon while this is all going on. You can't really fix it while you're walking, unfortunately. But if you want to
On the
stop...
big throne at the other end, and you can supervise and keep watch while we look around.
Yeah, there's a big chair if you want to sit in the chair and work on your gun. Alright, so Mick is going to sit on the throne. While the rest of you continue your exploration. Alright, so you guys heading to the... Where would you like to head to next?
Can you put me behind him? I'm currently about a meter away from my laptop with a cat on my lap, so...
That'll do it. Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Cool. All right. Um,
Room's on the far side,
on the far side, so just straight across.
basically.
All right, cool. Nim leads you to this area. So as you approach, he opens up this door. And this room was once a shrine to the gods of the dwarves. The walls are carved with their dour images, and a low stone altar stands at the western end of the room. Stone benches have been smashed and thrown askew, and the icons of the gods have been defaced. Atop the altar, arms folded over his chest, lies an ancient corpse of a dwarf warrior in plate armor. Bones lie heaped around the altar's base, and at the foot uh, is a set. Sorry, the foot crouches a desiccated body of an orc in studded leather.
Oh, what happened in here?
Well, this was before my time, but I think the orcs may have had a bit of a rumble, a fight in here. And these gods, they ain't orc gods, they ain't Gork or Mork, so we didn't care much for them. So yeah, could kind of smash the place up.
Just because they're not your gods doesn't mean you can't respect them.
Well, kind of does really. We don't have anything to do with them.
I point to, I think it's Duradin, the god of the forge.
Well, he's the owner of the forge, not the god of the forge.
No, whatever the god of forge and smithing is.
Oh, right, yes, apologies, yes.
The name has escaped me. It's on my character profile, but currently pinned down by cat.
No worries.
And I point to that, and like, that's my god.
It's yours.
Yes.
Oh.
To it.
Well, yeah. They should have fought better. And he just walks out.
Can't really argue with that, can I? Have to come back later and put this place right. I'll follow him out.
No.
Where to now, Nim?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess we got this door up here. Have you been through that door?
Not even.
Alright.
You're very good at tours, Nim. You should make a business out of this.
Nah, no teeth in that.
Well, that depends.
So he takes you into this room here. The door opens into a large chamber with a dark pool in the center. Bits of smashed furniture and other debris are scattered about the floor. Hallways lead off to the east and west. A weird moaning fills the area, slowly becoming recognizable as dwarvish curses. The sound rises to angry shouting and grows closer. And then a translucent form of an armored dwarf appears through the wall and attacks. Roll for initiative.
Tell me about this, Nim.
A moment, let me set this up. So it's going to go Nissa. What's... That's right, Nim will go before you, Rouge, because you got the really crap initiative, don't you?
I've got +2 to initiative.
Oh, cool, then you'll go first then. Awesome. I wasn't sure what your dex was, so...
It's my other cleric that has got crap.
Ah, right, cool. Nim...
Easy to confuse, though.
Yes. Mendel and Ghost. Woo! Alright, so that's our initiative order for this combat. Here comes the... the battle music again. Nissa, you see this dwarven ghost emerge from the far wall. What would you like to do?
Is Roosh in the doorway blocking it or not?
She's in the doorway, but it's wide enough for you to get past.
Alright, well, I'm going to slip around the corner
Mm-hmm.
to there. This is not exactly sure what to do with a ghost, so she's just gonna wait and see what everyone does.
Okay. So are you gonna hold an attack? Or are you going to?
No, I'm just gonna sit there.
Okay. No worries. Roosh, you're up. You see a ghost. I should say, because you would know this, the dwarven curses that it is screaming at you, or screaming at the group, is going, "Defiler! Betrayer! You side with our enemies!"
No. I'm speaking in Dwarvish, of course.
Yeah.
This is more taking advantage of your enemies in the moment of their weakness.
Betrayer! Betrayer!
Turn undead.
Okay. What's the check on
Wisdom
that?
saving throw.
Thank you. Just pulling up the wisdom stats on the game. Oh, they're actually not too bad. Cool. 15.
I think that succeeds.
Ooh.
I don't know. Because it'd be against my spell save DC, wouldn't it?
Correct.
Which is only 13. It feels really low for some reason.
Yeah, that is kind of low.
So yeah, that's a success.
Okay, so your ability failed to.
So yeah, I'm holding up my symbol of let me find the name. Description. Moradin.
Right.
I'm holding up the symbol of Moradin, and I'm like, no, this is not an alliance.
Alright, so it's now Nim's turn. 1 second. Nim. He's never seen this creature before. Yeah, he's just gonna go crazy as orcs will want to do. So he's gonna barrel straight at it, wielding his great axe and attempt to smash it. So, and his axe passes straight through the creature and impacts on the wall. He goes, "Ow! Zog it!" Mendel, you are up.
And I guess we're gonna try and shoot. See how successful this goes.
Where are you? Where's your dice at?
10?
No, I do not believe that is going to do anything. Unfortunately, no, that does not do any damage to the ghost.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ghosty boy.
Okay. So now it is the ghost's turn. I require everyone in the room to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this against magic?
It's a horrifying visage, so I'm gonna say no.
Is this a frightened thing?
It is. It is attempting to scare you, yes.
Let's see if I can roll higher than a 19. Oh, nope, we're going with the 19.
So
It's an ability rather than a magic.
Yeah. If you have advantage
Okay.
against being frightened, then you would have that, but otherwise...
Well, I fail anyway because it's 3.
Okay, so
I rolled a 1.
whoever rolled lower than a 13 is frightened. However, so what did you roll?
Sorry, what was it? Wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw. 13
Oh,
is the number.
18 on the dice.
18 on the dice, cool.
A 24.
24, and you rolled a what was it, Nissa?
I rolled a 1 and I had a +2 on wisdom saves.
Okay, so everyone looks at this thing and you get a shock and you feel this horrible effect rush over you, but you are unaffected, except for Nissa. Nissa, you are frightened, and... hang on, where is it? It's this dice here. You age 2 years. You feel...
Okay, and I have to check how old my character is.
Oh, D4 times 10 years. Sorry, not D4 plus 1. So you roll...
What?
You just aged 10 years.
Okay, so now my character's 38.
So shit, there you go. So you just and you can repeat the save at the end of your turn, next turn. But that is all. That is all the.
So I have to roll for the save.
You can repeat the save at the end of your turn. You're frightened, so you still get to do your actions. Fright means you cannot move closer to the thing that is scaring you, and if you see the thing that is scaring you and you attempt to attack it or attack anything else, it's disadvantage. So Nissa feels her bones and everything begin to get a little bit weirder.
Yes.
It's only because you failed it so badly. You need to fail it by 5 or less, 5 or more for that to actually happen.
That'd be right.
Just use this D20 if you're looking for it.
What's next?
It's Nissa's turn. The ghost just did scaring. That's all it did.
Ah.
So it's waiting for Nissa to do her thing.
Well, then I'm going to attempt to attack it, and that's with disadvantage, yeah?
Disadvantage, correct.
Sorry, that was 11, the original.
11 hits.
Okay. That's 9.
9. It's non-magical, correct?
Yeah, non-magical.
Cool.
I think I had one silvered arrow left.
Yeah, cool. No worries. So the arrow...
And
The arrow pierces through the ethereal visage of this dwarf, and you see part of it sort of shatter off, and the arrow impacts into the wall behind. And that is.
I had 2 attacks.
Oh, that was your first attack. Cool. I think you rolled twice. Cool. Go for your second one.
That's 13, so
13 hits. Yep. Roll your damage again.
that's 5, but that's an unsilvered.
Unsilvered? Cool. No worries. Done. Alright, and the same again. Your arrow impacts through the creature and impacts into the wall behind. Do you wish to move?
Well, I think I can move into the corner because that's about as far away as I can get from him.
Yeah, or you can run out the door if you want.
I could, but doesn't that technically make me put me slightly closer to him?
Not really. You're not intentionally moving closer. You're trying to get away. So.
It's you're moving closer to get further away.
Yeah.
So
So that
that counts as running away.
yes.
All right. Well, I can see through the door, but I'm outside it.
Very good. Roosh, you're up.
Uh,
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, you're sitting on the chair.
Oh, when I hear it.
Oh, well, yeah, you see, yeah. So this way, Mick, you see Nissa come screaming out of the room, looking slightly more withered than you've ever seen her
Can
before.
If I'm running away, I should go my max distance, shouldn't I?
It's up to you. You don't have to move your full distance if you don't want to.
Well,
Alright,
if I
well, I'll
see
stay
her,
there.
So, just 1 second. So, what was that, Mick?
If she's coming towards me, can I grab her? Like,
She's not with you just yet, but
Okay.
yeah, she's running towards you while you're fixing your gun. Yeah. No worries. Roosh.
gonna move around this way. Was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Mm-hmm.
And can I get a? Oh, what do I want to use? I'll get a dexterity saving throw, please.
You may have a dexterity saving throw. A 19 plus whatever it has. Plus
Yeah,
one.
that's a success.
A flat 20.
And I'll continue saying to it, something. I'm not really good at words this late
Yeah.
at night.
That's all good. That's all good.
Something to the effect of, I'm sorry you've had to linger in this place. Your soul deserves rest. Let me give that to you.
Very good.
Are you able to turn the music down a little bit, or do I do that?
You can do that, but I can do it as well.
Cool. Okay. Just because it was...
Bit loud for you.
Well, it's almost overpowering.
Yeah,
It's
I think
noise.
the music I think is dependent on everyone else. They can adjust their own music if they need.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Nim hears you jabbering with your strange language he doesn't understand and continues to wail at the spooky thing, and he fails miserably in his attempts to attack this ghost. Mendel, you're up.
Well, let's try shoot again, because that's worked so well. Oh, for fuck's
What happened?
I rolled a 2.
Oh no! So again, there's arrows and bullets flying everywhere at this ghost, but it appears to be having very little effect on the thing.
Can't point it towards it, apparently.
Yeah. Well, it is a ghost, so you know.
I feel like a stormtrooper at the moment.
Just move along, move along.
gee,
Alright. Sorry, what's up?
it's not an incorrect analogy.
Alright. The ghost is going to use its withering touch upon Nim. 10, 15, I believe. Yep, that's enough to do it. And that does 4d6 plus 3 on the big boy. So it does 14 points of necrotic damage to Nim. And you see Nim is looking very, very rough from that hit. The ghost literally just reaches out its hand and plunges it into Nim's chest. And you see skin retract as his life essence is being drained from him. Nissa, you're back. All right, so the ghost put its hand into Nim and sucked out some of his life force, and everyone else is flailing at this thing and trying to hit it and failing to do so. So far, you're the only one who's actually done any damage to it. Oh, by the way, you finished your turn. Make another wisdom save to see whether or not you're no longer.
Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah, let's remember. Nope, you're still scared. You don't age anymore, but you're fine. So.
Well, that is exactly 5 with my wisdom modifier. So.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So,
this is just gonna keep running.
Keep running. All right, cool. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, get to there. If you want to dash, you can go another.
No, I think at this point she feels a bit safer.
Okay, just.
She's in the room with me.
Yeah, so Mick sees you and goes, "What?" Yeah, so do your lines.
So it's like, so I'm gonna like walk towards her.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna ask her what's going on.
Yeah, so Mick asks you what's going on there. Nissa.
There's a ghost.
Okay, so I see she's scared, so I'm gonna touch her and I'm gonna beat her with heroism.
All right, well, give me a sec here. So we'll roll initiative for you. So roll your initiative, Mick.
I'm just gonna say while Nissa was running out, she was just screaming ghost.
13. All right. Cool. So you would go. What was your initiative? Roosh? 17, wasn't it?
Yes.
And Mendel, you had 7?
Something like that.
Alright, cool. So you'll come in after Nim.
Oh no, I rolled pretty low. What did the ghost get?
It got even lower than that. It was even lower than what you had. It's alright, I was just trying to work out where to put Mick in to the fight. That's right. You'll jump in after that, so you'll be able to do your thing when the initiative comes around to you. All right, Roosh, go.
I'd like to move into stabbing range.
Stabbing
Does that
range.
seem the most effective thing at this point in time?
Okay, stab away.
And oh, that was my sewing machine.
Be
Don't
stabbing
hit
it with
sewing
sewing
machine. No.
Oh, there it is. Natural 20.
Alright, so 1d8.
Yep. So it's 8 already. So 15 plus whatever your modifier is.
No. Yes, plus 1.
15, so 16. Nice. And that's magical, yes? I think you have magic weapons from your forging things, don't you?
The question is, have I put the magic on my armor or have I put it on my spear?
I thought you'd had it on your spear, but
Yeah.
I will leave that up.
I currently don't have
because I don't think
no,
you had. If I remember, you didn't have it on your armor because you didn't really need it on your armor because you had all the bonuses from the medallion and everything else.
okay, so I've got it on my armor at the moment.
Okay, so it's not magical.
Which puts my AC at 22.
Right. Okay.
So it's not magical damage.
Not magical damage. All right, cool. Good to know. Thank you very much.
And if I had a spell slot left, I'd smite, but I don't have any left, so...
You said you were going to have a rest, and you decided to go on a tour, so...
Yeah.
Look, I imagine beating up a blanket and beating up a table wouldn't be that... You didn't say anything about ghosts,
Yeah,
so...
Yeah, I imagine this conversation's actually going on, and Nim's going, "I wasn't here last time!" And he continues to swing.
We were supposed to have a nap first, Nim!
Nim manages to hit the thing. Where are the d12s? Alright. And again, doing a little bit of damage, but not a great deal to this ghost. Mick, it's your turn now. You see Nissa comes screaming, "Ghost, ghost, 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 ghost!" and comes screaming down the corridor while you're sitting there with your gun. What would you like to do?
Well, I'd like to get up, go over to her, ask her what's going on,
Yeah.
and just put my hand on her. I've got something called heroism.
Heroism,
so I
yep.
can give her like immunity to fear.
Okay, so yeah.
And 4 extra hit points.
Okay. So Mick walks over to you and you go, "What?" Yeah, he goes, "What's the matter?" What's he? Ghost, 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 ghost. And he places his hand upon you, and energy flows into your body, and you are no longer frightened, and you gain 4 additional. You gain 4. What's the word I'm looking for? Temporary hit points. As he casts the spell Heroism upon you.
And because I'm ready for the fight and it's a bonus action, I might just take Branding Smite.
You do that during when you hit.
Oh, when I hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So
I'll just head towards.
You don't want to branding smite your companion.
Your
I'll
friend.
head towards
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I'm ready for a fight.
Yeah, so you ready for a fight?
I'm ready.
All right. So in comes Mick. All right. You don't have any ranged weapons, so I think that's it for you. You can use your bonus action to do your charge.
Yeah, I'll charge it.
All right. So 5, 10,
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. So. Oh! Mick comes flying into the room.
But I don't get it, do I?
No, you don't get a chance to hit it. You're too far away. Mendel, an orc has just come screaming past you, and you're in the corner. What would you like to do?
What I'd like to do, or what will I end up being able to do?
What would you like to attempt to do? Let's put it that way.
Shoot the bastard. And you know what? I
What?
think that one hit.
What was the number?
19 to hit.
19 will most definitely hit. Hooray!
Except I don't know what my other
Oh,
dice is.
Where did it go? Oh, I see it. Here it is. Hang on. There you go. The 5.
So that ends up at 8 points of magical piercing.
Beautiful. All right. That blow definitely did a significant amount of damage to this creature. It's just the one shot you've got, or do you have a second?
Don't have multi-attack yet.
Oh, okay, cool. No worries. All right. It is now the ghost's turn. The ghost will look at Roosh and have just the look of rage and betrayal in its eyes, and shall attempt you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma.
Correct.
Ugh.
Sounds like he wants you to be on his side.
That was so sad.
What happened?
It landed on the 19 and then teetered to the 4.
Oh, okay. So the total is
7.
7. Okay. So the
So
ghost,
sad.
the ghost looks at you and it just goes. It lurches towards you, and you all see the ghost enter into Roosh's body. You are now possessed.
Oh, fun.
So it says one humanoid that the ghost can see has to see on a save. The ghost now controls the body and doesn't deprive the target of awareness. You're still aware of what is going on. The ghost can't be targeted by any attack, spell, or other effect except the ones that turn undead. Haha. And it retains its alignment. And the possession lasts until the body drops to 0 hit points, or the ghost ends it as a bonus action. All right.
Okay.
Nissa, you are now feeling incredibly heroic and brave. You are no longer frightened. In fact, you are feeling better than ever.
This is going to dash all the way back into
Alright.
the room, and that is a full 50 feet, which is...
You get right there, even further if you want.
I counted.
Okay, cool. And you get back in the room, and the ghost is nowhere to be seen.
Where's the ghost?
Now, I'm not sure. don't know that you get a save after being possessed.
If it doesn't state it, then no.
Yeah, that's what I'm just double checking. And possession lasts until the body drops to 0 hit points, or it ended as a bonus action. Yeah, so it's currently stuck inside you there, Roosh.
Radio?
So you see Roosh like, sort of jolting and looking like she's like fighting to move, but she is unable to do so. Nim is going to turn and look at you, Roosh, and go, "What happened to it? Where'd it go?" And he will brandish his weapons. That will be his turn. Mick, you saw the ghost enter into Roosh. What would you like to do?
I don't have a plan now.
Just ruined his plans.
You ruined my plan.
I might. So, I might just shocking grasp Ruth. She's got a.
You're gonna shocking grasp Roosh? Okay,
I'm
so
gonna grab her and just,
Alright,
shake
so
her.
make
Like,
it-
get out of her.
make an attack against Roosh then.
That was a 17.
Shocking grasp
Plus
is
four.
plus 4, so yeah, 21. You got an AC of 22, don't you, Roosh?
22!
Yeah, so unfortunately,
Oh no.
you are unable to get.
I can't
Thank
shake it
you.
out of her.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you try to, but you are unable to get the lightning actually ricochets off her metal armor. It is very well crafted and insulated to protect against electrical strikes, apparently. Mendel, you have seen the ghost enter into your ally.
Well, looks like we need to make it want to get out of her. I cast web.
Ooh. So, wait, where are you putting it? Yep, cool, awesome.
Please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Roosh, that's all you.
Okie dokie. Oh, you're gonna make me get up from the floor. I'm just gonna roll on D&D Beyond.
That's cool.
Dex. 8.
8.
Fails.
So you are restrained by
Oh.
the sticky web.
Actually, I had an advantage.
Correct.
Oh, never mind.
So yes.
Sorry, one second, guys. What happened?
Oh, I actually had to do it with advantage.
Why did you get advantage?
The advantage on attacks roll if it's wearing armor made of metal.
Oh, make another attack then. The shocking grasp had advantage. She didn't know that.
Ah.
What's that? A 20.
Hey, she got a critical hit on you with the shocking grasp. Alright, so open it up. What's your damage? Oh, hang on, there it is. There. So that was the damage.
That's pretty much it.
So.
10.
Hang on, is that right? Sorry, let me just double check this. 2d8 plus 2, so it's 8. Okay, so Roosh, you took 18 points of lightning damage.
Yuck.
And I was like, get out of
Get out of
Get
here!
out of
And then the web strikes you as you're being electrocuted, and your body is restrained. It is now the ghost's turn in your body, Roosh. So it will. So when in the web, you're just restrained, aren't you? You just have movement 0 and disadvantage on attacks and things like that. Yeah.
Correct. Just restrained for now.
For now, okay,
I
cool.
think I can make, like, a strength saving throw or something, or a strength check to break the web.
Yeah, you can. But because the ghost is crazed, it's going to force you to make an attack. So please make an attack against Mick first, and you have 2 attacks, yeah?
Wait, I have 1 attack.
1 attack, okay, cool. Then just attack Mick, please, for the electrical shock.
Spear.
Whatever you had to hand.
I have a spear in 2 hands.
Okay.
Roll. am having a moment, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
10.
10.
Is that with disadvantage?
Well, regardless, it misses. It's fine. So, so you
That's
see, yeah. So Mick, you see Roosh like struggling against the webs and attempts to stab you and fails to do so. Nissa, you see Roosh. You've seen Mick show up and attempt to zap Nissa, and then zap Roosh, and then Roosh try to stab Mick. And you've also seen Mendel tie up your companion.
I did say as well, just as a reminder that.
I guess we need to make sure it gets out of her. Yeah, or make it get out of it. Yeah, cool. So what would you like to do, Nissa?
Nissa is very confused, but she will pull out the fork in the sword configuration.
Yep.
Which I don't know if it makes a difference, but it is silvered.
Mm-hmm.
And attempts to hit Roosh with it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna die!
That's a nat 20.
Oh!
Die!
Okay.
So that's an auto 10 plus.
Yeah, it's 10 plus D10 plus whatever your number is. Yeah.
That's 17 because it's a flat 10.
How you doing,
so-
Roosh?
I'm uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable.
She's very uncomfortable, but she's still up. Okay.
First attack.
Oh, first attack. Okay. Remember, you do get advantage on these as well because she is restrained.
I doubt that
I
would
would
matter
yell
to
out
us
at this.
anyway.
Are you trying to kill her?
That was.
Unless you got plus 13, it misses. So,
No, that was a plus 6.
yeah.
12.
22!
Yes. Alright. Roosh, you see your companions beating up on you and are terrified and unable to do anything about it. Nim will attempt to follow suit. Oh, get out of her, you stupid ghost! That's, oh, that's 22, so that will hit for the first one, but his advantage doesn't do a critical on you. And you take 10 points of axe damage to the face, slashing damage.
That was the number you needed.
So you're unconscious? Okay. So as that happens, Roosh goes limp and the ghost gets out of her. Mick, you're up. You see the ghost.
I go for the ghost with my axe.
Well, you're not close enough to it, and there is a web in the way.
Can I just leave better?
You can go through, but you've got to make a check to make sure you don't get restrained. What's the check on the web, Mendel?
I believe it is a dexterity check.
So you need to make a dexterity check if you're entering into the web to make sure you don't get.
Or
taken.
dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Oh, yep, 16.
Passes.
Cool. So Mick takes one step into the web unhindered, and you can make a swing with your axe at the. You should just be able to go actions and just click on the axe. Yeah, look at that. So that's hit. Yeah, 12 hits, and then just roll your damage. Isn't that easier?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 13 points of damage to the ghost. Now your axe, you magicked that with your...
I can magic it.
You had magicked it already. Alright, cool. So, with that final blow from Mick's axe, the ghost completely dissipates. And you hear it screaming obscenities that none of you understand as it fades away. Okay.
Nissa will immediately cast Cure Wounds on Roosh.
Okay, roll your healing.
7.
Roosh, you spring to consciousness with 7 hit points. You are still tangled up in the web.
Lying down on the ground.
Well, no, you're sort of suspended.
Oh.
You're still standing up. So,
There.
yeah, and Nim is like going, "Oh, I've never seen that before. That was weird."
Alright, it is definitely nap time. Definitely nap time.
Well, it's certainly the first time I've seen any of you try to kill one of our own.
Yeah, Nissa's just gonna turn to Roosh and be like, I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Did you guys
What
hear
was that?
Yeah,
No.
Indies went, I'm not.
So if Mick is starting the turn there,
Yeah.
can dexterity saving throw, please?
I'll make another dex saving throw to see whether you still get tangled up in the web.
Okay. 12? Is that
12 plus your dex
probably nothing?
is... Oh, it's -1, so 11. Yeah. So Mick's tangled.
Oh.
Yeah. So now both Mick and Roosh are tangled up in the web.
Nissa's gonna attempt to pull Roosh out.
No worries.
Ow!
You can just cut them free, can't you? With the web, if I remember correctly.
It's a strength check if you want to try and pull them out.
Right.
That's a 12.
12?
Can I roll on
That needs a 15.
So what's up,
Would
Mick?
I roll to roll? with
Hang on,
strength?
is that an athletic strength?
No, it's just
No,
strength.
strength.
Yeah.
So just straight strength.
Yeah, Mick, if you want to use your strength, you can do that to get out. No, Mick's still stuck as well. He rolled a
Not
2.
strong enough.
Yeah.
Alright,
See-
so we'll try again.
See, you realise that if we had just kept the ghost there, we probably could have talked to it, but now it's dead.
Hearing that, Roosh, you being possessed by this ghost,
Yep.
you know that all you were getting was feelings of rage, anger, and hatred. There was almost an insanity in this spirit. You don't think it was even capable of intelligent conversation anymore. It has been driven mad.
I don't think, Mandel, that it would have had much to say other than mean things. It
I
was
just love
just
that you
a
guys are
thing
just. Sorry, I'm just looking at all you guys dice rolling.
I've got it.
There you go, Mick got free. Cool.
I'm just
There we
hanging
go.
on. I can't be bothered. I'm sore. I hurt. I'm just no.
There you go. Mick finally pulls himself free, and Nissa gets Roosh free as this conversation's going on.
Alright, as soon as they're out, I cancel my concentration on the spell.
Like I wasn't bothering because I know how spells work.
And as soon as you guys are free, you see the web just fade into mist and dissipate.
Nissa just turns around and goes, you couldn't have done that before.
We were still talking at the time.
How could you hold an entire conversation and still concentrate on a web?
Well, I don't know about you, but it's actually quite easy.
Screw you.
As I was trying to say, we probably could have tried to talk to it, but apparently killing our friend and bringing them back is more viable.
The ghost wouldn't have wanted to talk. It just wanted to hurt all the orcs and anything.
Well, that's fine now, but we certainly didn't know that at the time.
No. Well, I did try to talk to it, but it just got real angry.
Yeah, it can still move.
Well, I think I'm gonna set up in the chapel. There's a lot of cleaning to do, and I want to at least purify my god shrine before I go to sleep.
I am feeling oddly responsible, so I'm going to come help. I don't know why, but for some reason I feel like an adult now.
Well, I'm gonna take a seat for a moment and
Yeah, so
catch you guys.
you have a look at Nissa, and you actually see her hair has actually gotten longer, and you do notice there's it's almost
Smile lines.
Yeah, smile lines, exactly. Yeah, she certainly looks like she's aged. She looks a lot more mature now.
According to D&D Beyond, it says most gnomes are expected to settle down into adult life by around the age 40, so I'm just aged to 38.
Well, if you're sure, I mean, I won't say no to the company, and I could definitely use some help lifting things.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Mick, what would you like to do? Settle back to your chair and.
Yeah, I need to like fix my gun and rest.
Alright.
I think.
Well,
that might be
Nim
right.
goes. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go back to bed. He just goes back into.
We can resume our tour tomorrow if you're up for it.
He goes back into his room, and Mick comes back and sees Mendel sitting in his chair.
Oi, what's my chair?
I'm afraid your name wasn't on it, and you certainly weren't in it.
Well, don't need to be on it. It's my chair. We orcs do not write our names on our things.
Do you not like what, sorry?
Yeah, orcs do not write their name on their things.
Well, perhaps you should in the future then.
Yeah, I'm gonna push him off and get my chair back.
All right.
We have devolved into a group of petty people.
Petty people now.
I'm tired.
So what happens when we get tired?
Are you Mendel? Are you going to let him push you off, or are you going to resist the push?
I'm gonna resist.
All right. So both of you do just have a strength contest. So roll off, add your strength modifiers.
Damn it. Alright, it would be 5 with my modifier.
Oh!
What did you roll?
He rolled a natural 20.
Oh, God.
With -1.
With -1, yeah. Well, Mick rolled a 2 with a +3, so his strength is not. So he goes to shove you, but Mendel is quite what's the word I'm looking for?
He has braced himself.
Yeah, he's braced. He is determined to hold his seat position.
He saw this coming.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Mick, what would you like to do?
I'm too tired for this. I'm just gonna go lie
Alright.
down somewhere else.
All right, so Mick grumbles. There is like mattresses laid out around a campfire in this
Yeah,
room.
I'll
if you
just
wanna-
go camping.
All right, so Mick settles himself down into one of the beds, grumbling and defeated, looking up at Mendel, and begins to.
Is the fire on at the moment?
It's not on. No, it's still
I
out.
can actually make that fire on if I
If I am allowed to, I'd like to use a firebolt to try and light the fire.
A fireball.
Bolt.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Firebolt.
I
Fire.
don't have
I
fireball.
thought I
Don't
heard
have
fire.
third level
I was
spells.
like, holy shit, that's excessive, but okay.
I mean, it would do the job.
It would definitely do the job. Yeah, yeah. Fine, yeah. So Mendel points his finger and the fire is lit. You ladies in the shrine.
So,
Yes.
I would like to, as best as I can, reassemble the pews as such,
Okay.
and set about laying out all the bodies neatly, with
Okay.
as much as I can the bones that match them,
Mm-hmm.
in a respectful manner, and sort of go about cleaning the chapel up proper.
Right, yeah. So you begin your work. Are you going to be using your hammer on the pews, or are you just going to use what?
So, like, the benches were smashed to smithereens, weren't they?
Well, they're cracked, but there is bits and pieces. You could have Nissa hold them with you, and you could attempt to use your hammer to fix them.
I'll do that.
All right, cool.
Have a go at mending them.
Yeah, no worries. So
How big are the rocks, and do I need a strength check?
no, you won't need a strength check. It's fine. So you begin working. Where would you like to begin? Is the question.
I'll start in front of the altar and work my way back.
Okay. As you approach the altar, the desiccated orc body begins to move.
I stop moving and, like, pretend to play dead. I collapse on the floor and play dead.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Shit.
Nissa, what are you doing as this happens?
Just watching on in complete confusion.
Okay.
8.
8. All right. I think you'll be all right, actually, because I don't think this creature's overly intelligent. Yeah. All right. Cool. Give me a sec here. So you see this creature, and it actually looks like an undead orc, a very large undead orc. It stands up, and it looks at you, and it sniffs, and then it just stands there, watching the room.
Watching the room.
Yes.
Roosh,
Because Nissa isn't moving, it hasn't drawn its attention to her.
what you doing?
Hang on, where is my model? Oh, there.
There.
I couldn't see it behind Nissa. Shh. The orc is moving.
1 second. I've got. Where did
I can see that, but what are you doing?
Alright, hang on. And it slowly begins to walk towards the two of you. Because Nissa is making noise.
How do I lay down?
That's why I flicked you before.
Oh, you gotta be flicked. You can do this, can't you? Just press F to turn yourself upside
Throw
down.
me around. First you try to kill me, now you throw me around like a crazy person.
There you go. Now you're upside. Now you're laying down. Takes one more step towards you.
Nissa gets the idea and collapses.
Steps over to you both.
I rolled a nat 20 on deception, by the
Very
way.
good. You're playing dead exceptionally well. And it sniffs, and it jabs both of you. And then it turns back around and heads back to the altar.
Why is that the only deception roll I've ever actually done?
It's very easy to fall down and not do anything. But he...
Of all the ones to work, it has to be play dead.
It's a good
Nissa,
one.
go get the others.
Well, Nissa starts crawling.
Okay. So crawl.
And when
I'm
she
not,
reaches the door, she just jumps up and runs.
I'm not moving.
Mhm.
I am in plate armor. I am going to be clanky as fuck. I am not.
Guys, we need help. There's another fight.
What now?
I'm gonna say a
It's a big undead orc.
Do you guys honestly just ever thought about not?
Well, Roosh is kind of have to playing dead right now to not, bring it around. So if we could really use some help.
Mick is apparently remaining asleep. So
Stick my head in the door
alright, so you see Roosh laying down.
quietly.
Yes, I know. Make a stealth check if you wish to be quiet then.
Uh, 18.
18, very good. So you peer in and you see at the altar where you had previously seen the desiccated orc in leather armor, it is now standing upright. It's now just sort of wandering about. And then you also see Roosh laying down behind one of the pews.
Please tell me she's not dead again.
No, she's alive. She's just pretending. Nissa's going to attempt to sneakily crawl back into the room.
Okay, stealth check, please.
Nissa very noisily crawls into the room.
As soon as you step into the room, the orc goes and begins to make its way.
I'm going to cast web.
Okay. dice just for the dexterity saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah, dex saving throw.
Dex saving throw. It rolled a 15.
That is what it needed.
Okay. So the web appears. It's like. So it's not tangled up, but if it takes another step, it's going to require another one, isn't it?
If it's only doing 1 square per turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the second turn,
Yeah.
I would cast Grease
Okay.
in this.
In the same area.
No.
Welcome to the Wombo Combo, Tim.
Yeah, I had a feeling this is what you were talking about. All right.
In the next 10.
All right, cool. So, and Grease does.
So Grease, I need it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Again. 19.
Okay, that passes.
Okay.
And at that point,
Miss, are you doing anything?
I'm going to be like right there,
All right. So
waiting for it to come into range.
All right. So then it's going to make another step. So another check with the grease. I take it.
and I'm gonna, yeah. So if it starts its turn,
Yeah.
so depending on where
Well,
it started its turn,
At this point, we probably should roll initiative because this fight is obviously happening. Yeah, it's gonna go Nissa, Mendel, Orc, and Roosh. Alright. Cool. Alright, so Nissa,
My glaive has a 10-foot range, so she's going to try and stab it.
make an attack. That's a natural 20. Beautiful. All right.
That's
That most certainly
Sorry?
hits.
Rolled 3 nat 20s tonight.
Doing good.
yeah. For some reason, the dice on this thing are better.
roll your damage.
So 15 all up with the nat 20,
15. Nice.
and second,
Stab.
that's 21.
That hits.
And that's another 7 damage.
Nice. See, age has not hindered you one bit. Okay. Just double check.
Apparently, the age seems to have helped
It
somewhat.
has seemed to help you. You've become more seasoned.
Experience.
Yes. All right. Now your glaive, is it magical or silvered or anything like that? I can't remember.
It is silvered.
It is silvered. Awesome. Cool. Just wasn't sure. All right. Mendel.
5, 10, and I'll go up onto here,
Mhm.
and I'm going to hold a shove attack if it gets in range.
Very good. Which it certainly will be now. So now, what does it need to do starting its turn?
So start of the turn,
Yeah.
it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Is that for both web and grease?
No, they apply it 2 different times.
Okay, so to 5.
So fails. It is currently restrained.
Restrained. All right. Whoop, wrong one. I'll do that for its restrained. Cool. So it fails to be able to move, so it will use its action to make a strength check to break free. Yep, so it's broken free. Then it will step forward.
Okay, so I'm going to use my reaction to shove it.
Shove it, go for it.
Well, it's not so bad. I believe that is a above, which is athletics. So 14 for an athletics check.
And it's going to use its own athletics against it.
It can either use athletics or acrobatics.
Right, so it'll use its own athletics. That's a 9, so...
Okay, so it is pushed 5 feet backwards,
Okay.
and yeah.
Are you like? Does that give it a chance to fall over, being shoved?
Yeah, so
I'm just-
about. Yeah.
If you win the contest, you either knock the target prone or push it 5 feet direction from you.
So what would you like to do? Prone or push?
Push it 5 feet away from me.
Which you have done. So it just slides back to where it was, back into the web. And that will be all it can do for this round.
Okay, it now needs to make another dexterity saving throw.
13.
Okay, so it falls prone from the grease.
Okay. Oop, wrong button again. Very good. Alright. Roosh.
Now that I have backup, I'm going to crawl 5 feet away from it, 10 feet away from it.
Yep.
And cast Sacred Flame. So, a dexterity saving throw from a prone figure.
Yeah, disadvantage. So it's 14 or 1. So it's definitely a fail.
Yeah. Why does my game thing keep mucking up?
No, it doesn't have disadvantage on prone for dexterity.
Oh well, it's
Don't
14
think-
anyway. I don't think, but
Well, if
Hang
14's
on.
oh, 14 to pass, is it? All right, cool. Hang on.
Yeah, it's restrained that has the
Oh, so
dex
that's what I was
save.
thinking of. Yeah, cool. All right, so it passes then.
So I'll continue crawling.
Uh huh.
Is crawling like half speed?
It's half speed, yeah.
So basically, I'm just going to move my full movement, which I think would be one more square.
Yep.
The end of the pews.
And prone. An attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, the attack roll has disadvantage. Disadvantage attack rolls. Yeah, that's all it is. Cool. Yep, no worries. All right, Mendel.
It ends. Oh yeah, no, never mind. So it's.
Oh, sorry, Nissa. Sorry, I skipped over Nissa. Sorry.
Jojo.
Nissa! I can't hear you. It's not working.
She hasn't gone AFK again, has she?
Nissa moves. Okay, she's typing it.
Oh.
Her microphone is not working. Attack. All right, cool. With the sword, I take it. Yes.
Glaive she had out.
Well, she had it in sword configuration, I believe.
Alright.
But either way, she's making the attack. Oh, it's glaive all the time. Cool. Awesome. You get advantage because he is prone.
He's on the ground.
What were your numbers? 18 definitely hits. Roll for damage. Two? How is that possible? I think your plus modifier is going to be better than 2.
Could be 2 on the dice.
2 on the dice. So I'm guessing 5? Oh, you don't know. Oh, alright, you don't have the plus on the glaive. I did not realize that. Okay, cool. Fine. 2 it is.
No strength?
She may have a flat strength.
Yeah.
Oh, another natural 20! There we go.
Tonight. Goodness me.
Yeah, it's your purple dice that are doing it, though. That's the thing.
Oh.
She's rolling your dice. So...
Right, I see how this is. Stealing my luck.
So what's your damage? $13. Lovely. It is looking increasingly unhappy, covered in grease, and oh, you get your bonus attack. Yeah, you get that when you get your 20s or whatever it was. So go for it. Eight does not hit, unfortunately. So that is it, I believe.
Is that with advantage as well?
Oh yeah, advantage. Remember? Good call. Uh, 15, I believe, does hit. Yes, it does. Just 3? Yeah, cool. That's right, it's the rear end of the glaive. That's right, I forgot about that. Awesome. Alright. Okay. That is it. Mendel, you're up.
I'm going to move up
Mm-hmm.
and hold a shove attack for when it stands up.
Okay, no worries. Well, it's its turn. It's going to stand up. So
It's going to make a dex save, please.
Yeah. Hang on. Where's my thing? There we go. 18.
So it passes, so it's not restrained.
Mm-hmm. Stand back up.
Now I need. So now I'm shoving
Can you
it.
hear me now?
Hey,
Yes.
there you go.
Apparently, I pulled my mic out.
Ah, that'll do it.
That'll do it.
So 15 for shove.
Yeah, it only rolled a 14. So
I'm going to knock it prone.
knock it prone. Look, I keep hitting the wrong damn button. All right. It can still attack while prone, though, can't it?
Correct.
So it's had enough of this shit from you, so it's going to be doing that. So with disadvantage, because it is disadvantage because it's prone.
Correct.
Is that right? So, attack rolls have advantage. Otherwise, attack roll has disadvantage. Disadvantage on attack rolls. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my apologies. Cool. All right. So it's first attack. Yeah, it's less than 3. So it just fails to do anything against you. Very nice. All right. Back to the top. Or
It's
whoever's next.
it's already prone,
It's already
so
prone, so yeah. Oh, Roosh. Sorry, it's back to you now.
Thank you. I'm going to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to climb on top of the end of the pew there.
Oh, hang on 1 second, Mendel. Sorry. Before I do that, it has multi-attack. Oh, 18 or 18 on Mendel.
I'm going to cast shield.
Very good. Alright, cool. So, continue, Roosh.
Oh, actually, hang on. No, wait, I can't because I used my reaction. So it hits.
Ah! Right, okay, cool. So it hits you.
You saved an action.
Correct. It's a
A
reaction,
reaction
to.
to utilize it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, if you, anytime you want to, because it's a ready action, which uses a reaction to trigger.
Huh.
So you take 6 necrotic damage, and need to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yes, cat.
13. Is this against? Oh no, that's not.
But 13 is the number, so you're good. So you just take the damage.
Cool.
Roosh, sorry, continue.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, with disadvantage. No, not disadvantage. It's not restrained.
Not yet.
No.
Trying.
11.
Which pew are you standing on?
The one that you're standing.
11, so I take it that's a fail.
That's a fail.
Mm-hmm.
Take 7 radiant damage.
7 radiant damage. Does not enjoy that whatsoever. Mendel. Oh, sorry. Continue.
And
I keep skipping over Nissa. I'm sorry.
I might come over here.
Very good.
Is that body's no longer there?
No, it isn't. Not correct. It's now.
It's walking around trying to stab us.
It's slipping like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Yeah.
Nissa, you're up.
Nissa's just gonna keep trying to wail on it.
Keep stabbing. No, with advantage. Go for it. I think 9 was your first number. So.
Yeah, that's 12.
That hits.
That's surprising.
Yeah, it's not very difficult to hit. Two.
Well, yeah, that only did 2.
2, cool. Second attack. Man, that hits.
The first was 16 anyway.
Yeah. Ooh, 10. And with
And
that,
bonus.
Hang on,
Oh, is it dead?
I don't think you're going to need it. Yeah, you just hit the threshold perfectly. So with that final stab, the already prone creature goes limp and stops moving, letting out a...
Well, that was an interesting one.
Thank you, Mandel. Hopefully,
It stays down.
that's it for this room. And I'll go back to sending it back to how it should be.
I'm not going to dispel my web yet, but I will look over the body
No worries.
to see what the hell.
Okay, so make an investigation.
Uh, 21.
21. This appears to be a white. You know these creatures are undead spirits, a bit more powerful than zombies.
Sorry, a what? Sorry?
A white, W-I-G-H.
Oh,
NT. But is an orc white. So this body has been cursed by something and has turned into a white. And when Roosh approached the altar, it stirred it from its slumber.
well, I'm kind of glad that we didn't let that one touch us.
Well, it touched you, but you passed the save. So
It didn't touch me. I don't know what you're talking about.
he says with the spiritual voice in the air. So
Yeah, I wasn't really quite prepared to deal with undead after what happened last time on my own. Let me try that sentence again. I
Well-
wasn't prepared to deal it on my own after what happened last time.
I think perhaps the best thing we can do with this one is probably drag its body back to the fire in the other room and just, settle that.
I am going to do just that.
Well, I'll stop concentrating on my web. Grease, though, is there for another, 9.5 minutes.
that'll allow it to slide slightly easier, so I won't need to worry about new.
I'll roll it around a couple of times. And
That was what I was thinking.
Grease it up, get it flammable, and then go chuck it in the fire. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. No worries. You do that without any issue whatsoever. And you are able to tidy the room as you see fit, and then have yourselves a long rest should you desire.
I absolutely desire.
What's in the back corner over here?
So I believe it's piles of bones.
They're piles of bones, correct.
Is there room behind the piles of bones?
For you to stand, yeah.
Sleep.
Oh, you want to sleep behind the bones? Okay.
Well, the bones aren't going to be remaining there much longer, so don't get comfy because I'm going to be moving them.
Nissa has somehow not lost any hit points this session. She's gained 4 for somehow.
You got 4 because of the
but-
heroism that Nick gave you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she is out of all of her second level spell slots, and that's the only ones that she actually has offensive spell in.
I don't have any spell slots left.
Yeah, that too.
So my plan was to quietly retire to the chapel and sweep. Fighting was never on my agenda.
I'm going to use a cure wounds on myself.
Very good.
I'm assuming we're just all gonna regain everything from the long rest.
You'll
so...
have your long rest, but you can sort out what you want to do before that all happens.
Before I lay down to rest, now that all the bones have been ordered, like I take care of the dead first before I go to sleep.
Right. Very good. So you manage to sift through the bones. Pretty much all of them are dwarven bones. You're able to ascertain. This looks like they're the orcs that have taken this place. They've just dumped the bones of the fallen dwarf that they killed. They just threw them into this room.
Yeah. So I do my best to sort the bones into their correct bodies.
Mm-hmm.
And lay them out upon the pews. And then I want to clean all the graffiti off all of the shrines and say the appropriate prayers at each of the shrines. And I have a lot to do before I take my long rest.
Yeah.
So I will probably have a sleep in.
No worries. So there's not a great deal else for you guys to do at this stage, but yeah, the night goes on after the white attack goes on without incident, and the morning, as far as you know, all comes to you all. Mick, when you rouse, you see that there is the body of a dead orc smouldering in the fireplace in front of you, and Mendel is nowhere to be seen. Your chair is free.
Well, I'm just gonna walk past it and fix my gun on my chair.
Alright, so Mick gets up, sits on his...
So we're having a sleep?
Yeah, everyone's sleeping now. So
I think it's been a good night.
yeah, so everyone can have a long rest. It's now morning, so tick your long rest button.
Woohoo!
Yay, spells!
Yay, hit points!
Yay, hit point.
Started that white battle with 7 hit points.
Yeah, I was a little bit concerned there.
That's right. Utility is the name of the game.
Yeah.
That is technically why I went running off for help.
Play dead.
All right. The morning is yours. Oh, Mick, if you want to make another check for gun repair, you may do so.
I just roll it. 18.
All right, cool. You have almost completed it. One more session of repairs, and you will be good to go.
Is there anything metal in the chapel? The shrines got metal things and...
Not really, no. It's all carved out of stone. But the one thing you have noticed, the body that is on... Oh, actually, I tell a lie. The dwarven body that is atop this plinth is wearing plate armor.
Well, I guess... Does it look like the body is meant to be there?
Yes. There are what looks like the remnants of dwarven runes on the table, but they've
Orc
actually
sorry.
they've been it's axe marks from orc weaponry that looks like they've chiseled away all the runes, so it's completely indecipherable.
You're dropping out, Tim.
Oh, am I?
I'm getting every second word.
Oh, how about now?
That's better.
Okay, sorry. I was looking down at my book. Yeah, the runes that are on the dais are they've all been scratched out by looks like axe marks and other bits and pieces. So it is completely undecipherable, unfortunately. But it if you make a religion check, actually.
I have proficiency on my
Okay.
That's why you gotta go.
Skills. Scroll. Why would you not let me scroll down to religion?
I don't know.
I don't know all of them. I'm going to close the web browser and open it again.
Oh, I'll let you know this in a second. Actually, just realized something, but
Skill. Religion. 16.
16. All right. So this looks like a typical a dwarven wake would be probably the best way to describe it. So where they would put the body to pay reverence to it before it is buried, but unfortunately, it looks like the ceremony was interrupted by the orc attack years ago, and so all of the bones of the people that are in here were likely attending the ceremony, caught unawares during the attack and slaughtered where they sat. I will actually mention this. I forgot to mention that. Under the bones, you actually find a small sack.
A what, sorry?
A small sack.
A small sack.
Yes.
What's in this small sack?
In this small sack is
A trap. I knew it.
What?
A trap. I knew it.
A fireball. No.
Story of my life.
No. 280 gold pieces, and a small scroll case made out of bone. So it looks like a hollowed out leg, and you can take the top off.
Does this look familiar to the one that we found in the other temple? Similar, rather not familiar.
No, not really. It just looks like a
generic.
Yes, someone's just created a scroll case out of a leg bone, so, like a novelty.
Okay. Interesting. God, where's my goddamn? Where's your crazy gnome wizard when you need one?
As you say that, you hear a strange ticking noise coming from the bag.
I turn the bag inside out.
This is the bag that I've forgotten his name now. My brain's gone silly.
Yeah, that's why I said what I said, because I've forgotten it too.
Zaz?
Zaz! There we go, Zaz. Poor Zaz, the companion, yes.
Yeah.
This is Zaz's bag, is it?
It is Zaz's bag, yes. You hear a ticking coming from inside.
So I will open that bag
Okay.
and look inside of that.
You see two strange clockwork devices in there, and one of them is actually it's like the clockwork is actually working, and then it stops.
They weren't in there before, were they?
They were.
They were.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be doing that?
Oh, Nessa, you scared me.
Sorry.
I didn't know you were
My characters are like literally right next to yours.
I'm sewing, so I'm not actually looking at the screen this minute.
It was a genuine startle. So...
Well, the bag doesn't normally tick. So, but
Missa
it's
takes a
good
step
now.
back.
It's stuck now, so it should be okay. It's just his
That's
device.
what I'm concerned about.
Why? Why are you concerned?
Because it suddenly stopped ticking.
Well, the clockwork stopped moving, so
Yeah, I don't like things that tick and then suddenly stop.
well, that's a weird curiosity. It just needs to be wound up again, probably.
Give me one moment. I just need to check something quickly.
Just seems odd that it would stop ticking the second you touched it.
I didn't touch it. I looked at it.
Well, looked at it, whatever.
There it is.
Um,
Sorry, just give me a second here. I just need to check something.
what's to say?
Talk amongst yourselves.
I
Sorry.
close the bag and I unscroll, open the scroll case, and look for the scroll.
Radio.
want
There are actually 2 scrolls wrapped around each other.
Have a look at them and see if I understand the language.
Mm-hmm. It's in arcane. It appears to be spell scrolls.
Well, poop.
Yes. You identify.
What you got there?
You know, I'll find out in approximately 22 minutes. I'll sit down and I'll ritually cast Identify twice.
All right. Sorry, I just got to check something out here. All right. So as you are sitting down to do your spell, the ticking starts up again, and there is a flash, and all of you in this room suddenly appear back in this room.
Oh,
I told you that ticking was suspicious.
hang on. You moved me, and my screen doesn't follow you.
Sorry. Yeah, you're back. You're back in the main hall. Yeah. Basically, you hear tick 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 ding, and you flash into here. And Mick, you see them all just appear in front of you.
I just go back to it.
Yeah. Mick doesn't pay you any mind.
Did I not say that ticking was suspicious?
Nothing seems to have changed. Like, we haven't gone back in time necessarily.
No, this doesn't appear to be. It's not the same sort of effect that you've experienced with your time anomalies.
Right. That's something.
If you want to make an Arcana check, you can. Actually, no, don't even need to worry about that. It felt very similar to when you use the teleportation circles to get up and down from the.
Sorry, say that again. You broke up.
Sorry, it felt very similar to when you use the teleportation circles to get up and down from the lighthouse.
It felt very
Similar.
up and down from the lighthouse.
It's very similar to the teleportation circles you use for the lighthouse. That's what the feeling was when you were flashed away.
Right.
So you are
What was it that was ticking?
something in a bag that Roosh has.
I'm going to retrieve said wearing object.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to sit down and cast Identify on that instead.
Okay, very good.
Well, how about you let me do that one and you can do the spells.
No, this is Zara's stuff. You can do the spells if you want. This is all I have left of Zara's.
That brings up the question, how did it get here?
What?
Zarz's bag.
You gave it to me when we got into the beholder head.
Yeah, but we just found it in the bones.
No, it's been on my person this whole time.
Oh, different bag. Different bag.
Wait, what? You
No.
neglected to mention that bit.
Yeah, sorry. No. I'm saying to you. You're correct. I'm saying to Nissa, the bag that she found in the pile of bones had the coins and the scroll case in it, but she heard ticking coming from a bag that she had on her person. Sorry, I was just clarifying. Yes, Roosh, you were correct. Nissa, I was just clarifying. Sorry.
Yeah, I've had this bag this whole time. It hasn't made ticking noises before. It's just started today. Well, not that I've noticed, anyhow. Sometimes I don't notice things.
It's that rare moment of quiet where suddenly you...
Yeah, you know, the solitude in the chapel.
Mm.
Thinking of Zod, wishing he was here again.
I want to slightly turn away and put my hand into my own bag and see whether or not I can pull out a very specific object.
Vaguely cube-shaped?
Vaguely cube-shaped.
Vaguely
Does
cube-shaped.
Does it come out?
It does, yes.
Huh. And I put it back in.
Okay. Okay, so I'll do the scroll first. The first scroll you identify is a spell scroll of Spider Climb.
Ooh.
You continue to work on this piece. Pulling it out and looking at it, you realize it's actually the small contraption that used to top Zaz's cane, his staff.
That's what's ticking.
That's what was ticking. When you identify it, it identifies as a wondrous item known as the Timepiece of Travel. And I will send you a link to said device. And you can do with it what you will, or I can explain it to the group if you wish to do it that way.
So, thank you.
1 second. Where are we here? The rest of the group can... hang on, I won't put it in the group chat. I'll put it just in a chat to you. So you can do with that as you will. Right. So, are you just going to identify the second item, James, or wait for...
Yeah, I'll do the spell scroll if she'll hand it to me.
Cool. Well, they were both in the same tube, so...
This just sent me to a link to Acquisitions Incorporated, and I have to sign in to see stuff.
Oh, alright. So... Well, do you want me to read it to you guys?
Do you want to send me a screenshot?
I'll send you a screenshot. That's a better idea. Here we go. Yes, it is from the Acquisitions Incorporated set. But I'm saying, but you should have been able to see it because it's sharing on the campaign.
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
That'll straight into my inventory.
Yeah. Cool. Actually, you know what? I may... No, I'll try that later. It's going to be more of a pain in the ass than it's worth at this time. Because I should just be able to add it to your inventory, but we'll do that.
That's what I just said.
Oh, did you? Sorry. I'm clicking on things. My brain isn't fully focused. There you are. There is a screenshot for you to read, and I'll add it to your inventory later because if it's not attached to the what's it called?
Stuff.
No, like if for some reason the Acquisition Incorporated thing isn't sharing to her and she's not able to access it.
I can access it.
Oh, you can access it? Oh, okay, that's fine. But anyway,
It could just be because I opened up on my phone.
Possibly. But either way, so you now know what that thing is. The second scroll is something very familiar to you, Mendel. It is a scroll of web.
That'll be handy.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you having a read of that leash?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not dangerous. It just sometimes it just doesn't work properly. Which, if I'm honest, sounds like Zaz to a T.
The other clockwork piece, if you had a look at it before, is the component that he found in the chest of one of the council members when he was looking through.
I was gonna look at that when no one else was looking at me.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, so she has announced that this is not a dangerous item, just something that does not work correctly. And again, you guys all recognize it because you've seen it before on Zaz's staff.
You know, he's into time and stuff, and I guess the best way to describe it is that it's like occasionally. I don't even have words for this. This is one of those things that Zaz would have to explain.
Is it something along the lines of occasionally it goes back in time or spatial displacement?
Spatial displacement. Yeah, that's probably the best way to describe what just happened. But considering I've had
Lisa doesn't know what that word means, and she's just looking between you, just like stupefied.
Considering I've had it, I don't know how long now, and this is the first time as it happened, we're probably okay. We're just, when it's tick-tocking, prepare to...
Perhaps I should probably take a look.
It's Zaz's stuff. I'm not sure that I want anyone touching that until he's back.
I mean, the likelihood of him coming back right now is pretty slim.
Well, not right now, of course. He's got to sort out his business with them big clockwork dudes.
Yeah. You keep thinking that. Yeah.
I will. I'm just as stubborn as he is in these matters.
Mm-hmm.
Nissa has no idea what they're talking about, but she does remember that there's doors in the room that the ghost was in.
Yes, there's a whole stack of corridors, so...
She remembers those doors.
Okay.
Because she was standing there, so she's going to wander in and see what's...
So while that conversation is going on, where do you want to go, top or bottom?
The one I'm standing next to is fine.
So the top one? Alright. You open the door.
Open the door!
You open the door! It is full of angry zombies! No.
Time for a fireball!
I suppose I'll investigate.
Okay. So you open up the door, and this looks like a room that was once a barracks room. There's several dead bodies in the room, as you can see, that appear to be dwarven in stature and shape, that have very obvious axe holes in their skulls.
Do I see anything of consequence in the room aside from the bodies?
Not particularly, no. At least nothing original. Nothing immediate is the word I'm looking for, sorry.
I'll move to the next room then.
Okay. This room is empty. It's actually just a incredibly dusty room.
Next one across.
Next one across. This one One moment. Yes. It appears to be a small barracks, but half a dozen dwarves, dwarven corpses lay in this room.
I'm going to investigate the bodies.
Okay. I'll just read this bit here. Sorry. This chamber might once have been a barracks. The remains of 6 wooden bunks lean against the wall, burned and hacked by pillagers. A half a dozen skeletal dwarves lie here on the floor. As you enter the room, clicking and scraping sounds can be heard, and the skeletons rise and advance on you.
Well, that is unfortunate because my investigation roll was another nat 20.
Yes, well, you investigated very well. You found skeletons.
Unfortunately, you did so loudly.
Nissa will let out a shriek
Uh-huh.
and then
Yeah.
slam the door shut.
All right. So roll your initiative. So 20 with yours. You get +5 on yours, don't you?
Yeah, it's an 18 plus 5.
18 +5. Yeah, so you're way ahead. We'll roll for skeletal initiative. Yeah, you're fine. So the skeletons get up and begin to walk to the door. You go, ah! The door slams shut, and then you just hear scraping at the door, but they don't appear to be able to get through. So you're good.
Just to be sure, Nissa's going to grab one of her plain iron forks and jam it into the lock.
Okay, fine. There is now a forked lock.
She'll move on to the next room.
Okay.
I would make my way over.
Yeah, so you guys definitely would have heard that scream, so...
I will follow. Please move me.
Okay, so that's my move for that turn.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't worry so much about the turns at this stage. We're not doing combat.
Yeah, I slammed the door shut and jammed it. They're not getting out.
Yeah.
What on earth, Nissa?
There's skeletons in that room. Don't go in there.
Why on earth would you wake skeletons?
I didn't mean to.
This room...
Well-
It's okay. They can't get out.
Yes, you hear the scratching at the door, Mendel.
Nissa points to the fork in the lock. They can't get out.
Yet.
This room, Nissa, is identical pretty much to the room across. It just has like random bodies. They're not animated, fortunately, this time. And does not appear to be anything of immediate interest within this room.
Well, there's not much down here except for the skeletons. I haven't checked that way yet.
Were they... What type of skeletons?
Undead. They were just skeletons that were in the barracks area, I think, and they all started rising, but I locked them in.
Dwarven or orcish?
Did I get a look at them that well?
They were definitely dwarven. They were not orcish.
Short people.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they were dwarves. They weren't as big as the orc. In fact, they looked like these lot in here, the ones that aren't dead, that aren't moving.
Oh, there's more bodies?
Yeah, and this just points to the doors that have bodies with them.
I guess... this is such a mess. I'm gonna need a whole burial team out here. And I'm gonna start carrying the bodies to the chapel.
Okay. So...
What are you gonna do with the ones that are animated?
I'm going to unanimate them, obviously.
Okay. I suppose I should wait for for you guys to finish before we check the rest of the corridor.
No, you've got this. I've had a sleep. I'm good.
Okay, well, Nissa, go to the next door up then.
Like, get into trouble and go south.
Well, hang on. So, Roosh, are you going to be doing the bodies, or are you going to be assisting Nissa with her explorations?
I am going to move the bodies that are not animated first.
Okay. So you begin to carry a body away, and Nissa runs down the corridor. So we'll put,
Nissa is very cautiously checking the rooms by opening the doors, but not actually going into them yet.
all right. So this room here, you peer inside. One moment. This chamber must once have been the personal quarters of an important dwarf. It is decorated with tapestries and furnishings, very comfortable looking furnishings. Although age has taken its toll on the contents, apparently the room has not been looted. A beautiful rug covers the center of the floor, and a simple bed and a writing desk stand to the southwest corner.
Nissa's going to investigate the writing desk, and before she goes in, she's going to call out, "Hey, Roosh, you might want to check this room out."
Well, before you go in,
So you take
Wait.
So she takes a step, and you catch up, Mendel, and you see the big rug and everything else that's there.
Oh, hang on. Angry rug.
Oh.
Wait.
yeah. Let's
There
let's
it
not-
is!
let's not step on that because the dwarf, the orc did say something about a rug.
Did he say an angry rug or an
He said-
angry blanket?
He said an angry blanket, I believe he said. But
Yeah, something like that. But I
Yeah.
think perhaps we should. I mean, it's still here, and it's not on fire, and it is not charred or anything like everything else in this place.
Okay, maybe we should check the other rooms first then.
I walk past the end of the corridor. What did you call my name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know that orc of yours said something about a magic blanket.
An angry blanket.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. You find
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we think so.
Maybe. He did say blanket, and this is a rug.
Yeah, but you don't think orcs could tell the difference?
Yeah.
Mick, what do you want to do while it's going? It's gonna go. All right. Mick follows suit. He comes up the corridor.
Now where are the doors along here? Because I could, but I'm assuming there's more on the other side.
There's a door here, and there's there's 4 doors. There's a door there, a door there, a door there, and a door there.
All right. Well, Nissa will go to the one opposite the one that she's at.
So directly across. Yeah. Cool. This room is once more a looted room with dead bodies.
Are they moving?
They are not.
Okay. Well, she'll move on to the next.
Okay. A empty room with no contents. Another room, looted, dead bodies. Another room, looted, with a broken stool within. This room is a different room. Rows of empty weapons racks and a dozen more armor stands indicate that this room was once an armory. Some debris litters the floor, but nothing of value is readily apparent.
Bloody orcs.
Hey.
Next room.
Mick goes, "Oi!"
Not you, Mick. The other ones.
Roosh and Mendel, are you following suit?
Yep.
No, I'm carrying bodies.
You're carrying bodies? Alright, cool. So
Nissa will call down to Rish. There's more bodies up this way.
Oh, so
yet another room, more bodies, and because you've reached this point as well, you see this massive room filled with even more bodies.
massive what?
Another larger
Are any of
room.
them moving?
Not immediately, no.
Nissa's just going to take a quiet step backwards.
The hallway leads to a large open chamber. 3 doors open into it. A dark pool fills a low stone basin in its center. It's very similar to the one up the other end. The same room where you fought the ghost. The
This
chamber
is
is
just gonna-
littered with the remains of old warriors. 7 dwarf corpses lie where they fell 100 years ago, surrounded by the remains of at least a dozen orc warriors. The dead have been stripped of their arms and armor, as in their weapons, not their actual arms. Only a handful of broken weapons and shattered shields remain.
This is going to grab a piece of debris or something from that weapons room
Can I? Sorry.
and toss it into the pool to see if any of the corpses react.
Oh, I want to
But you
check.
can go ahead and stop me first.
Well, if you're walking into the other room, I want to check the nearest body and make a medicine check. Oh, no, sorry. I want to determine the cause of death.
Sure.
It's only +1. 12.
12. It's fairly obvious this is an orc body that you've found here. It actually is missing one of its arms, so looks like it fell in battle. So,
All right. Nissa comes back and prepares to toss the stick.
I want to find a dwarf.
dwarf, that would be the one directly beside him where Nis is standing.
I want to do the same thing on that one. See what his cause of death was.
No worries.
Nissa's just going to throw the sticks as he didn't stop her.
13.
Is there any reaction?
This is a... You hear a small splash, and there is no reaction. The dwarf, this one, you see his armor is like his clothing is mostly rotted away, but there appears to be a fairly significant stab wound in his chest, right about where his heart would be.
Well, looks like they put up one hell of a fight.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that rug is the angry blanket too, since we've not seen anything else that describes a blanket yet.
Possibly, but I'm kind of concerned, or not concerned, wondering, like, what is it they were protecting in this room? This is an awful lot of dead bodies for one room.
It is, and thankfully I don't think any of them will rise again yet.
Well, not to be any certain about that. But why here? What's so important about this room? Is this their last stand, or?
Possibly. I mean, we should probably check the other rooms just to make sure.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've had enough of these undead things. I'm gonna go and grab my light hammer, which is just like this tiny little like ball peen hammer thing.
Yeah.
And just go and just start smacking each of the corpses.
Sure, you can do that. So, Mick, you see Mendel start picking up a hammer. He starts cracking skulls.
Just before you start doing that, Mendel, you might better be careful doing that to the dwarves. I think Roosh might be upset with you if you start desecrating the bodies like that.
And I'd rather make sure they're dead rather than rises the dead again.
Hey,
I'm sure she'll
get to
forgive me
it.
afterwards. And I just keep going.
What's the matter, Roosh?
He's sleeping in the doghouse tonight.
So yeah, I do these two, and I basically make my way around the room,
that's
sort of like
I gotcha.
this.
That is perfectly fine. Hammer away.
It's one hammer per head.
Yes. Mick, what would you like to do if you're doing anything? You see your companion smashing skulls.
Well, no fun if they're not moving.
Alrighty. You gonna open that room there?
Yep.
Nissa? Alright. Okie dokie. This room was once a library or a study. Bookshelves stand against the walls. Piles of books rest on a reading table in the middle of the room. The air reeks of moldy paper. Doors exit to the north, east, and south. And that is it.
She's going to enter this room and see, but look it through the other doors.
Sure. This room appears to be a bedroom that adjoins. But one thing that you do notice right immediately is that, unlike all of the other rooms, apart from the rug room, this one almost looks like it's been maintained.
She finds that suspicious but moves to the next door.
Okay. This room is yet another empty room with nothing of note.
Alright, this is going to investigate the bedroom closer.
All right. Make a investigation check if that's what you're doing.
16.
16. All right. You do find in the desk, and the desk has been actually organized as a quill with ink that is still wet. It is not dried up, which you would have expected happened at this time. And behind the desks there is a bookshelf with a series of books and a couple of scrolls on there. You cannot identify the scrolls. However, there is also a small map which appears to be the area that you are currently in. It almost looks like architectural plans of the construction of this place.
Nissa's going to take a closer look at the map.
Okay. So you pull out the map and you stare at it, and you aren't able to make out any of the writing because you don't speak Dwarven, do you?
I at least identify where we are on it.
Yeah, you're able to track through. There's like several levels. So look, you actually recognize a section of the Glitterhane. You recognize the door, and you recognize the trap where Mandel got hit with the axe, and then you see that it leads to a particular the area where the dragon was in the pit has actually been identified, sort of like a big skull and crossbone hazard type symbol with a picture of a dragon marked on there. It looks like it was added later. Like the plans were for a series of additional forges to be built out over that hole, but then obviously something went wrong and they've had to modify their plans.
Alright, Nissa's going to pocket the map to give to Roosh later because Roosh speaks Dwarven, reads it.
No worries. Anything else going to grab the scrolls or just the map?
Yeah, I'll grab those two.
Alright, cool. No worries.
And then she'll just go out to the next door along.
No worries. All right.
Before she does though, she'll say to Mandel, "Hey, it looks like someone may have been living in here recently."
How recent's recent? Smack.
Wet ink, well-maintained bed sort of thing.
So perhaps someone's still here. Smack.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Mick, do not touch the library.
Why?
I'm gonna walk in.
Yeah, Mick asked why. You may not have heard her because she speaks too damn quiet.
Because Roosh might want to look in there first.
Well, I want to look.
I'm gonna have a look around in here, see if anything stands out.
Hang on, you've moved Mick, Mendel, not yourself.
Did I?
Yeah. It's the green one is Mick, that's you.
Oh, sorry.
You can make an investigation check. I'll just describe this next room for
22.
22. Nice. A lot of the books seem very they're incredibly old and dusty. Many of them haven't been, in fact, any old. None of them appear to have been touched in an incredibly long time, but all of them are labeled in Dwarven runes. Do you speak Dwarven?
I don't believe so.
Then you are unable to identify.
I rolled a 20 for search.
Speak up.
I wish to check the library.
All right. Mick comes into the library and begins doing the same thing, and again, you find the exact same thing that Mendel has. Don't recognize any of the books. You know the books are all very, very old.
Oh, yeah.
And the table in the middle, I should also say there, it has papers laid out, and the papers and ink on the paper doesn't look anywhere near as old as what you would expect looking at the state of this room.
Also in Dwarven, I'm imagining.
You actually do not recognize the language, but it is not Dwarven.
Are the books in Dwarven?
The books are in Dwarven, yes.
I speak it.
Oh, okay. Mick speaks Dwarven, apparently. So, 1 second here. So I'm just going to describe this room here for Nissa. Yeah, it's just another empty room with dead bodies in it. Yeah, a room that has been looted, and same for that one. All very much the same.
In that case, this is going to go looking for Roosh while they do that.
No worries. You managed to identify most of the books. It actually looks like it is primarily history books. So they're books that show the history of the forge. It has some of them are mining records, some of them are production schedules. It looks like this is just a room where they store all their books for maintaining the running of the forge as well as the history of the forge.
Oh, goody. Someone come get me.
Yeah, and this is come to visit you.
This is coming.
So,
So I'll make my way into this next room as well.
Mm-hmm.
Roosh?
Oh, hi.
Hey, we found something you might be interested in.
Oh?
There's a big library up the other end, and I found these maps of the forge. Just hands over the blueprints.
Mm-hmm. So she hands you a large series of maps that are very easily identifiable. You actually read on the title of the first one, just the I can't remember what it was called now. Known as the Forge of Fury, but I'm trying to remember what it was actually entitled. Oh, the Fortress of Kandakar.
That's
Initial design plans by. I've forgotten his name again. Jeez, my mind's going absolutely crazy here. Durgadin. Yeah, but and then you're able to look through it, and you're able to see various things. And you'll see some of them have got, okay, this is a trap here. There's a flamethrower trap there. Bits and pieces. So it's the initial design plans of how this forge was going to be.
This is really cool, Nissa.
Yeah, but also we found signs that someone is living here, because there was fresh ink and a very well maintained bedroom. Also, Mendel is off bashing all the heads of the skeletons in. Just thought I'd let you know.
What? Why is he doing this?
I don't know. I told him not to, and he did it anyway.
Alright. Where are they?
Up the other end of the corridor.
Alright, I'm gonna head off in that direction.
All right, so we'll take
Nissa will just go with her.
yeah, so we'll take you guys down here. Mendel and Mick, while that conversation is going on, what will you guys be doing?
I'm just checking out this room as well.
Okay.
See if there's anything else in here.
Make an investigation, perception, whatever you like.
Non-natural 20.
Non-natural 20. All right. You dig through the bedside table, and you find a small box that contains 110 gold pieces and a cat's eye gem, whatever that is.
Like a yellow
Yeah, worth 70 gold pieces. Also, as you approach the bed, you get a distinct smell of sulfur coming from the linens that are on the bed.
So you said cat's eye?
A cat's eye, yes.
It's just a gem, is it?
It's a gem, yeah, it's nothing magical.
And the bed smells of sulfur.
Yeah, so like you're checking through the bedside table, and as you kneel down to have a look through the drawer, you get a distinct smell of sulfur coming off the material of the bed.
I would like to... Is the bed off the ground?
Yeah, it's...
Like, is it...
Yeah, an elevated bed, yeah.
Okay. I would like to sort of kneel down and sort of look and investigate under the bed to see if there's any sort of trap that's associated to the smell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for something that might be, to catch fire or explode.
Sure. Make investigation.
19.
19. Does not appear to have any traps associated with it, but there does appear to be a change of clothing, like a small chest, and within the chest is a change of clothing that would fit a female figure as a very nice dress. Wouldn't fit any of the members of your party. It's far too long.
Do I recognize this dress?
You do not. No.
Okay. I'd like to sniff the dress to see whether or not there's any scent of sulfur, and then I'd like to get a closer, look at the bed itself.
There is most definitely a strong smell of sulfur from the bed, from the dress. Sorry. Probably about this time would be when the other guys would show up into the room.
Nissa has handed Roosh the scrolls as well on their way in.
Very good. So you come in, you see Mendel with this dress in hand. He's draped it over the bed, and he's now investigating the bed.
I just kind of stop. Is the library section part of this room as well?
Yeah, it's like there's the adjoining room, so...
I probably take my time walking through there and looking at all the books and everything.
Yeah.
Reading all the titles.
Very good. So what are you trying to determine, Mendel?
Well, basically, I'm trying to see whether or not the sulfur smells sort of the same, and then pulling back the sheets to see whether or not there's anything still in the bed.
Yeah, it's still very, very sulfury. You pull back the covers, and the top blanket isn't very what's the word I'm looking for? It's fairly rough. It's just like a basic fur and a skin. But when you peel back the cover and have a look at it, the actual sheets are actually made out of very fine silk.
Oh, this is interesting.
What have you found?
Someone of high status has been staying here.
Oh. Where's this book you found, Nissa, that has fresh ink on it?
Nissa just points to the table that Mick is next to, and then at the desk that Mendel is next to.
I will go and have a look at the book.
Mm-hmm.
And
So the one in the library or the one in the room where Mandel is?
Whichever had the fresh ink.
Okay, the inkwell. The inkwell was in here.
I will go in here.
Very good. All right, so yeah, so you come in and you see Mendel is examining the bed, trying to work out what's going on, and you see the desk. It's still very very nicely made out. You see the empty spaces where the scrolls and the map that you have been given would have been pulled from.
Yeah.
But in this room, there's almost no dust at all. It's been immaculately cleaned and kept.
Out of curiosity, are the sheets and the bottom sheets, do they also smell like sulfur?
They do. The whole bed has a distinct sulfur smell.
Can I smell the chair? Does it smell like sulfur?
Yes, you sniff the chair. The chair also has a whiff of sulfur upon it, yes.
For some reason, whoever's staying here has got a smell mighty of sulfur.
I'd like to quickly glance the map. Is there anywhere that says to the sulfur mines?
You scroll through. There is no.
Never mind. The writing, fresh writing.
The fresh writing is in the library. The inkwell is like the non-dry inkwell is on the desk that you are currently standing in front of. But the papers that are on the desk in the room where Mick and Nissa are, that is fresher writing.
Right. So I'm going for the fresh writing.
Okay.
I'm getting misleading information or misleading hints and points to things.
Okay.
I was wanting to read.
Right. Okay. You go into the room to read. Do you speak Infernal?
Ho. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Languages and proficiencies. I do not.
Yeah, so you do not recognize this language. It is most certainly not Dwarven. It's very sharp, probably the best way to describe it.
Oh my. This is interesting for sure. Don't have comprehend languages isn't a cleric spell, is it?
I do not believe so. If you had Indy with you, she had a helm of comprehend languages.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
she went off a cliff.
It's very inconvenient. Well, I don't think casting Identify on it would be of much help. So, I don't understand this language. So I can't read it. Certainly not Dwarven. Which confuses me all the same. It's not an orc. It's not orcish, that's for sure. It's not Dwarven. What else could have been living here and writing in this book? That smells of sulfur.
Dun dun dun.
I don't think any of us would have any knowledge, would
I don't
we?
really think any of you really have any idea about it.
I mean, I've done a lot of reading, but not about that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether or not I would have read anything.
This would be an interesting place to hang out and do some research, that's for sure. I suppose it would be our lady friend that we're supposed to be chasing? And bringing
Well,
back the council member? I don't
see,
think
Did she smell like sulfur?
see, my thought was that initially. However, this dress here, I don't recognize it. It's not. I don't believe it's one of hers.
it's not dwarvish size.
It's not dwarven size, and it's not halfling or elven size. It would
I
be.
I just sort of hold it up and like,
Yeah.
no, not really. It's sort of like this abnormal size.
Okay. It would be an incredibly tall halfling, or two halflings stacked on top of each other.
It's quite tall.
That is really, really odd. Well, I suppose if we put all her stuff back and then wait here patiently, she'll come, and then we can introduce ourselves and have a conversation with her.
Or we can take it so she knows someone's been here and comes looking for us.
Look, if
I have
someone
a feeling that might piss her off somewhat.
my bedroom and took my things, I'd be shitty. If someone was sitting outside my bedroom wanting to speak to me, I'd be less shitty.
If someone was outside my bedroom I didn't know, I'd probably shoot him.
Even if they smiled at you nicely and said hello and introduced themselves.
Maybe. Depends on the person.
Well, I mean, in a place full of orcs and dwarven bodies, we stand out. We're probably worth talking to.
Or I'd shoot us because, we're not orcs and dwarves.
Whatever.
I'm an orc.
You are, but you're a special sort of orc, Nick. You're a mech.
Now, hey, that's no way to talk to your new friend here.
What?
Oh.
I really value and appreciate him. What are you talking about?
I know where you were going with it.
He's a special sort of orc. There isn't another orc like him here.
Uh-huh.
The only Nick the Nick.
Alright, well, I've got my work cut out for me at the moment. I've got to finish doing all the burial rituals for all the dwarves, and they keep multiplying.
Oh yeah, there's more right there. I didn't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so far. Let me see if we identify all these. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Like, we must be up to, like, 50 bodies by now or something.
Oh, not quite. You're looking at close to 20.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
There's more in the side rooms too.
Plus, there's the ones that are moving that I haven't had a chance to deal with yet.
Well, I made sure the ones out here weren't moving, so there's that.
I glare at him.
Yeah, they're all safe, those ones.
You didn't need to desecrate their bodies, Mandel, to figure that
I
out.
had to make sure they weren't, moving undead. And better safe than sorry, because if they were moving, we'd have to do that anyway.
Undead bodies don't have the intelligence 99% of the time to play dead until you walk away. You'd have
and-
known when you walked up that they were dead.
I did throw that stick into the pond and none of them moved before he started whacking them.
Safety test. Good job, Ness. And I pick up one of the bodies and I stomp out.
Well, I don't know what your problem is. Did you a favor.
Slam the door.
I think the problem is that that the way that she's treating those bodies seems kind of religious to me, so maybe whacking them on the head probably wasn't the best idea.
Look, it was the safest option to make sure that none of them were going to rise again. The last thing she would have wanted is, for them to be rising up and, attacking us
I
and
even thought they were
them.
rise again, that they would have reacted to the sounds. Or, the fact that we stumbled into the room before we even noticed them.
Speaking of which, we still have to stumble back into the room down the other end of the hall.
Yeah, well, we should wait till we're all here.
Why? So we can't knock him on the top of the head again with those ones?
No, because there were 6 of them and 4 of us.
I like those odds.
Maybe, but I'd rather all 4 of us were there and not, us 3.
They're talking about a fight if you want to get in on it. I think.
Well,
wait a
fair
second.
enough.
I'm thinking Mick might want to interject something here.
Yes.
What?
Uh-huh.
All I heard was yes.
Yeah.
All I heard was yes.
All right. So Mick says yes. All right. Yeah. Oh.
Nissa, in that case, is going to start helping move the bodies.
Alrighty. So you guys can spend pretty much most of the day, if you wish to assist with Roosh, you can assist with moving the bodies and conducting whatever funerary rites she feels is appropriate. And I think
Does Nim make an appearance anytime soon?
no, you haven't seen him since you haven't gone to seek him out, so. But I think at this point, that is where we will call it for tonight. So, thank you very much all for playing. You have now pretty well completed your exploration of the Forge of Fury, and the rest of your adventure still lies before you. You'll see what happens in the next D&D Blender.
I think it's pretty safe to say that Rug is the angry blanket now.
Yeah.
Yeah.